What if I told you there's a place where the mountains meet the sea, the food costs less than $1, and the beaches look like something out of a screensaver, and almost no one from the Western world is talking about it? Welcome to Nha Trang, Vietnam. And by the end of this video, it's going to be at the top of your travel list. Nha Trang is a stunning coastal city in Con Hoa Province, located on the south-central coast of Vietnam, about 448 kilometers northeast of Ho Chi Minh City and roughly 1,280 kilometers south of Hanoi. If you're flying in, Cam Ranh International Airport serves the city, with connections from major Vietnamese airports as well as several Asian cities. Surrounded by mountains and offshore islands, the city covers about 252 square kilometers and enjoys a tropical climate. The dry season runs from January to August, the sweet spot for visiting, with temperatures generally sitting between 27 degrees Celsius and 37 degrees year-round. One thing that makes Nha Trang unique: it boasts over 300 sunny days per year. That's not a travel brochure claim. That's just the weather being extremely generous. And the bay itself? Nha Trang Bay has been honored as one of the world's 29 most beautiful bays by Travel and Leisure magazine. That's the kind of company it keeps. Now let's talk logistics, because this matters before you book anything. The currency in Vietnam is the Vietnamese dong, VND. Don't let the exchange rate intimidate you. You'll be walking around with millions in your wallet and loving every second of it. As a reference, around 25,000 VND equals roughly $1. Nha Trang, like the rest of Vietnam, is incredibly budget-friendly. But as it's a touristy area, prices can be slightly inflated in certain spots. The trick is to eat where the locals eat, and we'll get to that. A bowl of noodles or a rice plate at a street stall will run you between 20,000 and 50,000 VND. That's literally pocket change. Western-style restaurants and beachfront spots will cost more, but even those are affordable compared to most destinations. A few important things to know: tap water is not safe to drink, so bring a reusable bottle or buy bottled water, which is very cheap. Also, and this is serious, do not bring your valuables to the beach. Petty theft is the biggest concern for travelers, and things disappear there quickly. All right, what do you actually go to see and do in Nha Trang? Let's walk through the highlights. The beach, the main event. The downtown core stretches along 6 kilometers of palm-fringed white sand and brilliant turquoise waters, and it's all free. That's 6 kilometers of beach you don't need a resort wristband to enjoy. Vin Pearl Cable Car and Han Tre Island. Lying just off the coast is Han Tre Island, also called Bamboo Island, home to a 5-star resort and theme park, and connected to the mainland by a gondola cable car over the sea. The cable car ride alone is worth it for the views. Po Nagar Cham Towers. A relic from the Cham civilization of the 8th century, this temple complex is still an active place of worship today. It's one of those places that makes you stop and think about how much history is layered into this coastline. Long Sun Pagoda. This Buddhist temple features a 79-foot white Buddha statue that overlooks the entire city. It's a short climb, and the panoramic view from the top is absolutely worth it. Emperor Bao Dai's Villas. These villas were originally built for Emperor Bao Dai in the early 1900s. Perched on top of a small hill, the view from the top gives you an awesome panorama of Nha Trang Bay. Pack a snack and your camera. Nha Trang Cathedral, a dramatic French neo-Gothic construction that stands in sharp contrast to the tropical surroundings, and it's beautiful for it. Cho Dam Market, the biggest open-air market in the city, with vendors selling fresh produce, fish, and everything from local crafts to goods of all kinds. It's open from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m., and there are plenty of places to eat inside. Who goes to Nha Trang, and what kind of trip is this? The honest answer is everyone, and that's actually what makes it interesting. You have backpackers drawn by the cheap cost of living and the laid-back beach vibe. You have couples and honeymooners who book into the high-end resorts on the beachfront. You have families who come for the theme parks and calm waters. And increasingly, you have a massive wave of Asian tourists, particularly from Russia, China, and South Korea, who have discovered Nha Trang as a premium beach destination. Nha Trang Beach is continuously abuzz with visitors who love to come to party. But you don't have to go far to find Bai Dai Beach, which offers a much more relaxed environment. So, whether you want energy or escape, you can find both within the same city. The vibe is a mix of beach resort town meets working coastal city. Although apartment buildings and upmarket hotels are now common around the beach and tourist areas, it only takes a short walk to find the narrow streets and houses that represent the Nha Trang of old. The authenticity is still there. You just have to walk a few blocks to find it. So, what can you actually do here beyond lying on the beach? Quite a lot. Island hopping is probably the most popular activity. Nha Trang sits at the center of a stunning archipelago of 19 islands, and boat tours take you between them throughout the day. Some are developed, some are completely wild. Snorkeling and diving. Snorkelers can access the biggest and best range of marine life by jumping aboard a boat and heading out to the nearby islands. The water is clear, the conditions are calm. It's perfect for beginners. Mud baths. This is one of those uniquely Vietnamese experiences. Hanta Mud Bath is one of the most popular spots. You soak in warm, natural mineral mud believed to have therapeutic properties. It sounds strange. Everyone loves it. Waterfalls. Just outside the city, you can venture to nearby waterfalls such as Yang Bay and Ba Ho. Great for a day trip into the jungle. The Vinpearl cable car, as mentioned. The oversea gondola lift connecting the mainland to Hantre Island is an experience in itself. Nightlife. As the sun sets, Nha Trang comes alive with beachside bars, lively clubs, and cultural performances. The main strip along Tran Phu Street turns into a completely different world after dark. And if you just want to surf, you can take lessons or rent a board and go. The weather is ideal before October and after mid-December. Now, the food. Let me be very clear. The food in Nha Trang is one of the best reasons to go. This is a coastal city with a massive fishing industry, and that means the seafood is not just fresh. It's extraordinary. Crabs, clams, shrimp, squid, shellfish, fresh, fermented, steamed, or stir-fried. The seafood in Nha Trang is widely considered the best in the country. But beyond the seafood, Nha Trang has its own very specific food identity. Here are the dishes you cannot leave without trying. Bun Kasua, jellyfish noodle soup. Yes, jellyfish. Nothing's better for breakfast in Nha Trang than a steaming bowl of this. Rice vermicelli topped with jellyfish meat, grilled fish, and vegetables in a clear, elegantly simple broth. It sounds adventurous. It tastes like the ocean distilled into a bowl. Nem Nuong, grilled pork sausage. This award-winning specialty of Can Hoa province involves grilling spiced pork sausages, then rolling them in rice paper with lettuce, herbs, and rice noodles, dipped into a specialty shrimp peanut sauce. It's an interactive meal. You assemble it yourself at the table, and it's one of those dishes you'll dream about on the flight home. Bon Kan, mini rice pancakes. Small, savory rice flour pancakes cooked in little clay molds over charcoal with a crispy exterior and soft interior. Toppings include quail eggs, shrimp, minced pork, and baby squid. This is street food at its finest. Kam Ga Nha Trang chicken rice. The chicken is perfectly boiled, tender, and aromatic, served over soft rice with ginger fish sauce and Vietnamese coriander. Simple, perfect, classic. Bo Ne, Vietnamese steak and eggs. A sizzling hot plate of marinated steak, eggs, and pâté served with a toasted baguette. A legacy of French colonial influence that the Vietnamese made entirely their own. For dessert, don't miss Che. the traditional Vietnamese sweet soup made with beans, jelly, and coconut milk. Or grab a coconut ice cream on the beach. Either way, you win. And at night, head to the street food night market near the cathedral on Nguyen Thien Thuat, a one-stop hub for local eats that opens around 6:30 p.m. That's where the real Nha Trang dining experience comes alive. Before we wrap up, a few things every traveler needs to know before landing in Nha Trang. Best time to visit. January to August is the dry season, with calm seas, sunny skies, and around 7.8 hours of sunshine per day. September to December brings the rainy season, with murky water conditions that affect diving and beach time. Getting there. Nha Trang is well connected. Flights from all major Vietnamese airports and frequent bus and train routes from nearby cities. The train journey is particularly atmospheric, with stunning coastal scenery along the way. Cultural respect. Dress modestly when visiting temples. Cover shoulders and knees. Use both hands when giving or receiving items, as it's a sign of respect in Vietnamese culture. Safety. Nha Trang is a safe place to travel. Violent crime against tourists is rare. Petty theft is your main concern, especially in markets and on the beach. Language. The primary language is Vietnamese, though English is spoken to some degree in tourist areas. Learning a few phrases, even just Xin Chào, hello, and Cam on, thank you, goes a very long way with locals. And the last tip? Get off the main strip. Walk 2 blocks inland. That's where the real Nha Trang lives, in the small coffee shops, the family-run noodle stalls, and the fishing boats coming in at dawn. That's the trip worth taking. Nha Trang isn't just a beach destination, it's a place that reminds you why you travel in the first place, to taste something new, see something unexpected, and come back genuinely changed. Vietnam has a long coastline full of beautiful towns, but Nha Trang has something those others are still trying to find: a soul. And right now, while it's still a little under the radar for Western travelers, this is the moment to go. Drop your questions in the comments, subscribe if you want more travel narratives like this one, and we'll see you in the next destination. Remember, this was about Nha Trang, Vietnam. This is On Your Planet.